You hear anything?
Yeah.
Where's that coming from? Your blanket?
Yeah.
Why does your blanket have sound? Welcome to mental fitness
I love it.
class. Your name is this. You ate for breakfast this. Your weight is this. Welcome to your class.
Oh, that's
This
awesome.
is your second time coming to the class. How do I know that? I programmed it before. And we are here to help you in this process.
That's awesome.
It's going to be 9 weeks process. And then after that, you're going to take a 72-hour vacation to Hawaii.
That sounds perfect.
Right? So in the meantime, just relax, and this is a learning process. It will take you a little bit of time, but we're here for you.
I love that.
Welcome to mental fitness. Right?
Yes.
Now come here,
Yes.
come here. What do you hear? Do you hear anything?
Nothing. It's all very
How cool is that?
private.
How cool is that?
I love that.
Isn't it crazy, right? Now you can have multiple conversations and be like, people are going to be connected because they're like, hey, how do you know third time coming here, fourth time coming here, fifth time, this is the class, and I can have different conversations on it.
That's really cool.
Right? So this is a little tool, so we're improving, right?
I love that.
So you have this and you have that. So this is where it comes from. So it's just like a speaker, but it's just like this kind of speaker.
Goodness.
Right? And you don't
That's
even hear,
amazing.
right? Yeah. Yeah. So I'll get a few of them. This is like one of the tools for investment for this.
How much are those?
They're relatively cheap.
Really?
Yeah, relatively cheap. I'll get 4, and then you can use it for sleeping. I use it for sleeping. That way Mark doesn't wake up, that kind of stuff.
Right.
So another thing, improvement, be able to have something, kind of like, well, my fire is off, but like if you see the mirror, where people are able to like look at something and it draws their attention.
Focal point.
Exactly, especially at the beginning, that kind of stuff, right? Because people come in and they're like all over the place, you know? And some people are calm, some people are not calm, right? And you cannot calm the people that are not ready to be calm yet. So it creates this like, scenario where like, okay, so come here, do that. Okay, so let's say, let's do a, if you want to, what would be the things inside of the class? So you come in for the class. Let me do, okay, so I'll do like a voice recording. So I just came to class, right? I just came to class, and this is my first class, right? What are the things that you want them to feel, right? And what are the things on your mind, and what are the things that you would say?
So I always start with an introduction of who I am. I give people a little bit of background about what brought me to this work, because I think it gives people a sense of clarity and a sense of trust to know a little bit more about who I am. I always like to tell the audience that this is not music, because some people, some sound healers do treat this as music. I mean, they're bells and you can make it into a musical performance. But that's not how I work with these. And so I tell them the difference of working specifically with brainwave entrainment, working specifically with nervous system. And that's not to say that music doesn't do that, because obviously it does, but it doesn't have to be music, right? So all music is frequency, but all frequency is not musical. I always like to tell my audience, particularly with women, I find that I have to do this more of like telling them not to be scared of certain frequencies, because I have some bowls that are very, very deep, and I have some things that I play that can feel unnerving to people. And so I always like to tell them, like, don't pass judgment on a sound, right? Like just let the sound be the sound and don't say, oh, that's a scary sound or that's a sad sound. It's just a sound.
Right.
And then depending on the group I'm with, sometimes it's good for people to go around, say their name, talk about what brought them there. Sometimes it can be helpful for people to set an intention when they start. Other times I'm in rooms where they don't want to talk to each other and they don't want, like they're not trying to build community, or maybe they already know each other, so it's kind of redundant to do that. And then I like to bring people through a little bit of breath work just to prep them and get them a little more situated and ready to receive.
So those 4 things. Okay, so let's now think about your worst case scenario, right? I'm listener, so go ahead. Just welcome to the class. But go ahead. Like say it as if you would for that class. That way I can like memorize exactly what you do say. Like make sure that I don't miss any points.
I would say welcome. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Aliyah, and
hey,
hi. I'll be facilitating your sound journey today. There's absolutely nothing that is required of you other than to be present. This is a practice in deep listening. So each individual bowl has a purpose, has a frequency, has a sound, and they're all intended to bring you back to a very healthy nervous system state. We spend a lot of our time in alpha and beta brain waves, which are your more heightened state, more problem-solving states, and these bowls can bring you into a deeper sense of relaxation, gamma waves, theta waves, delta waves, and those are your deep relaxation, that is your meditation, and even deep sleep.
Okay.
I always like to start with some breath work. One of the easiest ways to get your body into a restful state is to make your exhale longer than your inhale. And so on your own, make sure that you are breathing deeply from the diaphragm, which is this dome-shaped organ right where your ribs meet. Try not to breathe from the top, that's a more shallow breath. And then just do a deep inhale. Hold and exhale all the way out, making sure that your exhale is longer than your inhale. Again, inhale, hold, exhale. Try it again with the exhale through your mouth. Inhale and exhale.
I have a question.
Sure.
So there are 2 ways of inhaling and exhaling, right? So like you can do it from the pressure inside. When we are in sleep, we are mostly like mainly that, but also like we switch it. So what I'm saying is like I'm exhaling, but I'm actually inhaling because I have a negative pressure.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? What is that called?
What is that called? Ujjayi breath. It's called
because air is coming inside, even though I am like, and that was something that I have learned in last year. This is something very, very new for me, because I didn't think it was that was even a thing.
I don't know. I can find out for you.
You know what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
But so like put your mouth like put your like that way you can see.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't do that?
You're just an anomaly.
This is something like very new. A year from now, I was like, holy shit, like because our system, the way that we breathe, is actually through suction.
Yeah.
But when we're awakened, we like try to inhale, so we're right, and then we get it, But actually, like the way that I can get it in a way where like my body can just be by itself after like 15 minutes at times, but mainly like 25 minutes. 25 minutes where like I'm not even doing anything. I'm like, so when you, for example, when I went to the class, right? When I was there for like 15 minutes, I was in meditative state. I could hear everything, I could understand everything, but I wasn't listening. Right? I was just like, and I was like snoring.
You weren't snoring.
No, but like I was making that that like very right?
Yeah.
Because I remember somebody said like, oh, he's sleeping. Right? And I was like, I'm literally like the highest awake.
Yeah.
But I'm not moving my body.
Yeah.
Like I can't. If somebody stand on me, like I would just be there.
Wow.
Because I'm like separated.
Yeah.
I thought it was like more normal.
I mean, what's normal though? Normal I always like to start slow and build. So chances are I would never strike all. If I was just doing a set with these three, I would probably never do all three at once. I would hold off on my highest bowl and build and start with maybe just this first lowest one.
So I wanted to track the BPM. So I want to track the BPM in the sense of like, because you don't know that, but try to like be natural and be like, okay, so if I were to do it at a regular speed or fast speed, I would go this, that, and that. And then if I were to do it slow, as slow as possible, I would do this and that and that. So the second time, you're gonna do it at slower, but I want to time it. That way I know exactly like when you feel that is the thing for you. So so I'm gonna lay down and then you can strike 6 times, right? So we finished the class. So let me know the things that you would say at the end.
I always end with silence. I would never start talking as the bowls are still resonating, I let them come to a complete stop naturally on their own. And then I let the room be quiet for as long as it feels necessary. And I do that because there's so few times where people are able to sit in silence collectively. Slowly, as you're ready, begin wiggling your toes. And if that feels good, you can start rolling your ankles. And start moving your legs around, coming back into your body. When you're ready, you can start wiggling your fingers. Take your time. Maybe roll your wrists around. If it feels good to stretch, maybe give your body a nice big stretch. You can try rolling your neck and your shoulders. And if that feels good, you can roll over either to your left side or to your right side, whichever one is comfortable for you. And when you're ready, you can return to a seated position. Take your time, there's no rush.
I think it's so cool you say wiggle your fingers because you can most of the time, well, even if they're wearing socks, like you can still tell, and you are able to like be in tune with like.
Yes.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
That is a genius move.
Thank you.
So genius. Yeah.
Thank you. I want people to know that there's not a rush to like go from laying down to seated up. So just taking your time. I'm also looking to see if any, like how disoriented people are, because a lot of people will fall asleep. A lot of people will say that they like feel kind of buzzed and so they're not ready to get up, and that's fine. They don't have to. But I am looking to see like where are people at? Are they very quickly getting up, which is fine. Are they still knocked out? Are they still sleeping? Are they slow to sort of move? And that's just a sign of deep relaxation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm thinking about, like in terms, like it's like logistics, like time. You start. I sit down. And then I have one bowl, and then you have the other bowls, like, because that way, like, you just tell me, like, okay, hit that bowl, and then I give the introduction, and then I give the outro, and then after I do the outro, I'll memorize everything that you said, make sure that I do it, and then after that, you give like something that if I miss anything. Sure. Does it make sense? And then, make it in a way, so the first step is like make it in a way where like people are like now like connected, we can fill out the room. What's the capacity? What's the capacity? Do you know when?
At JP Yoga?
Yeah. Do you know that? Do you know when people sign up or like people like are missing? Do you know that?
From base?
Yeah. How do you know that?
Joe will tell me. So,
He will say like so many people are attending.
yeah, he'll give me the names of everyone who's attending.
Got it. That's the only communication with it. You don't receive app software information just from Joe, right?
Just from Joe, yeah.
You
So
receive it the day before or like
3 days before. So when people aren't allowed to get refunds on
Got it.
that day, he'll
Got it.
tell me, here's how many people we
Got
have. These are the names of the people who showed up. And then he'll text me if like somebody dropped out,
Got it.
because I have to rent out the mats.
Got it. How do you rent it?
Directly through the front
What's the
desk.
pricing for it?
For the mats
Yeah.
is $3
$3 per mat.
per mat.
Okay, so, and what's the what other fees are there?
The room rental, which depends on the day of the week and whether it's during the day or the evening. So it's slightly higher pricing if it's evening, slightly higher pricing if it's
But
weekend.
you do it at the same time though, every time, right?
For base?
Yeah.
No, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. I always do it on a weekend afternoon,
Yeah.
so either a Saturday or a Sunday in the afternoon.
Do you know the rate for it?
Well, I always rent for 2 hours, and per hour on a weekend, I want to say it's like 70 per hour.
Okay.
So like
And then $3 per
140,
mat,
and then,
right?
yeah, and then
$3
$3 per mat.
And then so when you take the mat, do you clean it yourself or
They
like-
clean them.
They clean it.
Mhm.
So you take the mat, and what about the pillow and the other stuff?
That's
The gloves?
free.
But do you have to wash it or?
They do all of that stuff.
Got it.
Yeah.
And then you put it into the other place.
Mhm.
So allow me to do all of that. Like you'll be like this. The beautiful thing about like business. Like I'll do all the heavy lifting. Like right, because that's the only way that we can scale.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
You forcing yourself, even though I don't. If I make mistakes, like if I were to do something at like 85% rate than you, but something I advise you would be like 95%. If I do something like take this ball from here and I do it in a 95%